Okay, let's find the engine and kill it.
That would be most inconvenient.
Maximilian, show yourself!
The finest engineers of the Empire shed both blood and tears to forge this Valkyrian shield and spear. As you will observe, their powers exceed even the originals.
Stop this! Haven't enough men died? Why are you doing this?
Why we fight for our dream. Do you not think that reason enough? So many have died for less. Besides, we must. Rightful vengeance must be meted out.
What is this?
We were born an imperial prince, but our mother was of low station. For this our father shunned us. The other heirs saw us as a threat to their ascension. They bombed our train when we were but a child. Though we survived by some cruel miracle, the fates were not so kind to Mother and the rest. On that day, we swore an oath. We would take the Empire and the Emperor's throne for our own.
Well, I suppose we're in for another fight. Am I crazy? Or did he refer to himself normally for like the entire game, but in this cutscene and a few cutscenes ago, he started doing third person, but then went back? I could be misremembering, but I feel like he wasn't referring to himself in the third person the entire game. Maximilian's vision.
For years we sought a way to lay our rightful claim to the Empire. And at last, our answer has come.
Let me guess. You're talking about the Valkyrur's power.
The time of wars waged by men wielding powder and steam is fated to end ere long. The new age will be shaped by emperors, not men. Yes, he who wields the destructive power of the Valkyria grips the very reins of history. Peasants, let us end this! We shall never stop, not while we draw breath!
Man, he's kind of turned out to be a boring villain, huh? I kept thinking he'd go somewhere with his personality, and they'd develop it into something. He's just an all-powerful wannabe emperor dude, and he never really gets past that. Oh well. Honestly, all of his followers have more personality than he did. Hell, the Super Nazi probably had more personality than he did, but obviously, Selvaria is the most developed character, so it's kind of unfortunate they kill her off so early, because then it's like, all we've got left is, generic villain blonde man. Final showdown. That sounds rather definitive.
Here are your final orders.
The time has finally come to settle things with Maximilian. I assume he's capable of neutralizing any attack you send his way, the same as the other Valkyrur we've seen. That said, Maximilian's Valkyrian powers are the result of some device. They're artificial. I'm certain he'll have a weak point somewhere on that deck. Find it, then lob every bullet and bomb you've got at it. Your objective is to defeat Maximilian once and for all. Take that maniac out and put an end to this war, Sevens. And while it may not stop bullets, I hope you won't forget that you go with an entire nation's hopes for peace. Defeat Maximilian, don't take 20 turns, or lose your base camp. The idea that in the final battle against Maximilian he'd be like, I got your flag, would be the best ending. Alright. 2 Lancers, 2 Shocktroopers, 2 Scouts, Sniper, Engineer. Let's see how this pans out.
All right, we're all set to begin. Let's take Gallia back with our own hands, Sevens! This is our final operation. Let's end this war. Squad 7, move out!
Up on the Marmota's deck, eh? Nice spot for a showdown.
It's just a shame we got no audience.
My Shamrock's chomping at the bit for a piece of this action.
The Edelweiss is also all ready to go, sir.
We're ready for your orders, Welkin.
Okay, let's get started, Sevens. Our target is the enemy commander, Maximilian himself.
Honestly, the smart thing to do would probably be to leave at this point. We disabled the engine on the tank, and we disabled the giant super weapon on top of the tank, so now it's just a big old hunk of metal. We killed all those troops as far as I could tell too. So he's just a super dude, but what are these? There's towers, they have Tesla coils all over them. They clearly have arrows pointing at him. So that's gotta be how he's being powered. Armored towers, what those do? Weird, why are there so many towers? Anyway, so looks like these 3 are currently on, but it seems like those other ones might turn on at some point, because they all exist too. Anyway, like these things seem to be fueling his power, right? So just go away from the place where he has power, and then he's just some asshole standing on a roof somewhere. Like, what do you do at that point? I mean, if he's got towers, the thing to use should be these. The smart thing should be to use our tanks, right? Oh, they actually shoot back. All right. That's the spot to shoot.
Die for me, sweetie.
Okay, that's disappointing. All right, we have a lot of troops in the open. I'm not going to be able to hide them all. So let's use an order. There we go. All units defend.
This is an order.
I'm not going to be able to keep everybody safe, so I might as well
Focus on defense.
see what I can do now. I don't think I even saw sandbags actually. So yeah,
Sure.
doing this to defend my units seems like the thing to do. Alright, so this is the spot to attack. Needs to be pretty accurate. There we go. 1 tower down.
I can go another round.
Good for you, buddy.
Honey.
Unfortunately, extra shot just means extra ammo. It doesn't mean extra turn. So we're probably not going to use the extra shot. But hey, you've auto-refilled. That means you'll have more shots ready in the future. Pain. My life is pain.
Here, have a couple.
I don't care about damage, I care about you hitting. You didn't hit. You're so close and you didn't hit. Why do I even put up with you? Alright, here we go again. I'm aiming at the center, I think.
You're done.
Come on, man. I want you to do one thing. Alright.
Been waiting here.
Try again. Come on.
You're done.
Got him. There we go. Alright, it took 5 tries to kill 2 towers, but at least they're down. The last tower is tough. It's really far away. Really far away. Let's give the sniper a shot. Just test it out. Maybe I can do proper damage. Whoa. That's creepy being shot at from here. 1 shot, 1 kill. Come on. You lied to me. You lied to me. Why'd you lie to me? You said 1 shot, 1 kill, and then you did not 1 shot, 1 kill. You did a very different number of shots to kill. It's right there. I was gonna be like, I swear to God, if you miss. Okay.
Sweet dreams.
There we go. So now we just have to deal with the big baddie. That's Edelweiss, that shit.
Here we go.
I can only do it for one turn, though. You don't seem to be hurting me very much right now. Alright, let's try this out. That's not a lot of damage. That's not a lot of damage at all.
Yes! That one managed to connect!
So he was using the towers to induce an artificial Valkyria state.
All right, everybody. Keep your sights trained on those energy towers.
Is he gonna reinstate that state? Let's give Rosie a shot because of her defense against interception fire, hopefully. Oh no, damage being taken. Well, I already came out here, so might as well give it a shot. Do I aim for the head on this guy? Might as well. That's not hurting him at all. Crap. And now she's gonna return fire. Okay, so maybe the Edelweiss was a good source of damage. Jesus. Because that wasn't. I already saved, right? Surely that was like the first thing I did, right? I don't think I did. I'll just make another save, it's fine. But this is awkward time to save. I guess I could just lose on purpose if I do want to reload, start the mission over, and I would have the option to restart the mission. We'll see how it goes. So there's 4 more towers on the map. Is he gonna turn those on? He only gets 2 CP. Huh. That's not good. Whoa. How many units just took damage? You going somewhere, buddy? Is he doing it again? Yeah, he is. Wow, that hit Marina, apparently? Well, the damage is no joke. Alright. Marina and Rosie are down. And now more turrets are turned on. Alright. Let's use Nadine to try to rescue both characters real quick.
Medic.
This is gonna be a mess. Not doing super high damage to this guy so far. And he's turning on a shield over and over again too.
Medic.
Let's get behind the tank. Alright. Here we go.
Thank you.
Those treads got obliterated. Get behind the wall. Largo's healthy. So I think hiding behind the wall was effective. Maybe. Let's see. The unfortunate thing is with my sniper down, it's going to be harder to shoot them directly. Let's bring Oscar in. He can help out with that. And I can bring one more person in. Do I try another one of these guys? I could try another shock trooper. I'm worried about our engineer falling in battle. Because then the Edelweiss takes too much damage. So it might be a bad idea to not bring an engineer in.
Entering combat.
What are the chances, right? Not the best. I should try to get closer at least. So how did the tanks get on the roof, by the way? I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but that's weird, right? How did tanks get here? We're on top of the entire thing. Is that... Okay, that probably counted as cover. That's probably this level's version of a sandbag. How's this for a chance of hitting, right? There we go. That's better. Maybe I can even turn around and shoot the other one. Oh, there's more of them turned on than I thought. For some reason I thought fewer of them were turned on than that. Alright. Try to center on this thing. There we go. Armored tower does not seem to be armored enough. Go for the next one. Soon we'll be down to... There's the one more tower there. Probably gonna want to use defend again.
This is an order.
All units defend.
All of you, focus on defense.
Even when I take out all the towers, it seems like it's gonna be hard to hurt this dude. He's got a ton of hit points. So maybe if I can keep the Edelweiss next to a wall, if it's close enough to a wall, maybe I can keep an engineer safe next to it, and the engineer can keep repairing it so that it doesn't die. And then from that point I can take out the enemy using the Edelweiss's cannon over and over again, which does have infinite ammo, thankfully. Turn your back to the outside boundary. Shit. Tank controls. Tank controls, you son of a bitch. Alright, well that's where we are now. I was trying to turn the back of my tank to face the outside of the map. But this, it's amazing how poorly the tanks control. Alright, what are you gonna do with your turn? Oh yeah, the Shamrock, I forgot about them. Oh well. I've mentioned how easy it is to forget the Shamrock.
Sorry. I've gotta bail out.
It's like the Edelweiss, except it's weaker, and it costs just as much to use. And the most useful thing the Edelweiss has is its tank shells that it has infinite shots of. So really the only useful thing for a Shamrock is that it can be in a completely different location at the same time. But a lot of these maps lately have been very localized. Well, that's bad for me. Did he fully heal? He fully healed. Alright, there's a very real risk that the Edelweiss will die. Maybe I can use caution on Nadine to help her avoid interception fire, or like use line of sight to hide. If he attacks a second time, an extra time this turn, he's just gonna take out my weak spot and kill me. His turn's over. Well, he's directly behind the Edelweiss. That makes it surprisingly possible to go after his weak spot. Reinforcements are in. What? The turrets turn back on. I didn't know that. That's a huge pain in the ass. Son of a bitch. Nadine's gonna get killed by a turret, isn't he? Damn it, I didn't even think about that. I was just concerned about the obvious super enemy here. Alright, well Nadine's gonna die now, so that's fun. But at least she can repair the Edelweiss, so that's worth a shot, I suppose. She's not gonna be able to go anywhere, she's just gonna die if she hangs out here. Alright, what do I do with you? Why am I even attacking these towers if they just come back? What is my goal exactly here?
On the move now.
Let's see. Seems like just shooting you is pretty effective. 4 shots. Shit. That's not what I wanted. Shit. You're not as good as Marina. She's probably using a different rifle. Crap. I'm pretty resigned to the idea of losing now for this particular attempt. I don't see myself pulling out of this one. There was too many weird variables I didn't know about. The tower's coming back. And I can't really hurt him. I'm a little unsure what how I'm gonna do this, honestly. Huh. Right now we're kind of dealing with a lot of things I don't really want to see when I'm playing a strategy game, which is that it feels like the rules are changing while I'm playing it, because we're dealing with a lot of stuff I've never dealt with before. So it feels less like the final battle is a culmination of mechanics that were leading up to this point, and more like, here's some made up new mechanics, have fun. So the armored tower really does have that much more defense. And I'm missing. Sweet. Well, I might as well try to turn around with the Edelweiss at least. This is not panning out. Should I try a different type of attack? Maybe I'll try the shrapnel? Oh god, that's a waste. Okay. So is he getting healed by the turrets? The towers? Or do the towers affect his defense stat? I'll check the Ragnite damage, I guess, and see if it looks comparable to how much damage I did before. I missed, didn't I? You son of a bitch. Ah. This is frustrating. I guess I'll just drive right up in there. My best chance is guaranteeing a hit, right? Yeah, that damage is negligible. I need to take out every single tower. How do I keep them down? Well, this is frustrating. The entire game is... This entire competition is currently completely centered around mechanics that are unexplained and we've never seen before. Wow, I died instantly. Oh, I didn't use all units defend.
Sorry.
Wow, so he just one-shots the tank without that turned on. Alright. This is kind of a shitty final mission, to be honest. This isn't really interesting to play. It's just mechanics that he made up. Like, I don't... Alright. Alright, I've tried a few different configurations at this point. A lot of sudden fails. Kind of tired of watching this guy very slowly walk around the environment at this point, to be honest. My new experiment is I'm going to try using Aika and Alex and Vice, because they're all friends with each other. And I'm hoping that that thing where they all shoot at the same time because they like each other may lead to a nice amount of increased output of damage, I hope. First things first. The power of love. There's the smoke. Just gonna pop that right over there. Because the biggest danger this guy has is damn his covering fire he always hits people with. There we go. Yeah, easily one of the toughest things. Well, there's a lot of dangerous things about this guy because he likes to blow up everybody on the screen, for example. But one of the toughest things is the fact that he does the covering fire. Yeah, I mean interception fire is what we're supposed to call it. Alright. Don't I have a way to... There we go. That's probably the best way to center your shot, actually. The next target system. Haven't really been using it. Alright! Let's get you back behind cover. Close enough to the right to be accessible in the future. But far enough, but still behind cover to stay behind where you won't be hit by stuff, hopefully. I went through and tried to optimize everybody's gear to use the best of the weapons we've gotten at those end of mission rewards. So Jan and Largo and some of the other characters are decked out right now. Marina's got the best sniper rifle she has available. Out of the shock troopers, I want to say it's Vice, Rosie, and whoever Vice's friend is called again have the best rifles. I don't think we have the best scouting rifles to begin with, but of course, I've decked out Alicia with one. Alright, that's 2 of those things down. May regret the order. Oh. May have been a mistake to do what I did there. Okay, no, I can see from here. It's this top part, right? I don't know if that worked. Oh no. I may need to start over and use Marina at a different time so she can actually see the target. Maybe over here? Come on. Got it. It's kind of in the open, not a fan of that, but... Alright, so this can work. I just need to move her better at the beginning, hopefully. Alright, his power's depleted. Now it's time to see what I can get away with these shock troopers, for example. Still experimenting, so this could blow up in my face again. It has been lately, so far. Hello, bad guy. I see you're in the darkness. It's a small amount of damage at the moment. Oh shit, he's shooting back? Not really, though? Okay. Anyway, the hope is that if I put them together, they'll all attack together. Oh my god, that one connected! We hit him and the stuff and the things! I'm hoping that if I group up my shock troopers, they'll shoot together. Don't know if Rosie will take part. They don't like each other according to the little likes list of people they like, but I'm hoping that they'll... It'd be nice if they all helped each other anyway. And if I'm just far enough away, we don't seem to get much covering fire from him. Yeah, it's not that much damage, but they only cost 1 CP, so I can get a lot of these attacks off in a row. And his return fire does not seem to be that damaging. And as long as we're in the smoke, he shouldn't be able to target us directly, I think. There's Ica. Here's their friend Ica. I think my plan isn't working out. I think they're not... I can't really see what's going on, but I don't think they're helping. I don't know what the range is for that stuff, and maybe because of the smoke they won't help each other anyway. Oh no, there it goes. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Ica was the missing link in this love triangle, or whatever the hell.
Filthy vermin. Very well. We shall see how you fare once the power output is raised to its limit!
So the good news is, grouping these guys together totally did, multiply their damage output. The bad news is, now we're in a freaky phase 2 where I'm a little afraid of what might happen next. But that was shockingly effective, Jesus Christ. Hitting them with tanks is less effective than that. Sometimes it does... admittedly, sometimes the damage systems in this game feel a little arbitrary. Well, he's too far away now. I don't really want to chase after him, because I'll be... Right now I'm in the relative safety of the smog. But if I go out there, he'll just shoot me as I go out, and then once it's his turn, we're definitely getting shot. But if I just wait, I'll just have more CP left over for next turn, I hope. Maybe he'll come back? He'll have to get a good shot, and maybe the smoke will make him not have great shooting options? Oh, Marina's in the open. Well, not really. Maybe the smog covers her too. She's kind of in the open, so I'm kind of worried she may not be a good target. God, he moves slow. This is one of the things that's made me dread doing this fight, and why it's been so many days since the last episode. I'm so tired of watching him move this slowly. Come on. And then oftentimes he just does some move that instant kills some vital characters, and then I lose. The Shamrock lost its gear. Not worried about the Shamrock specifically, though. Compared to other things. So he just attacked. So he shouldn't be able to attack again, right? He's just gonna move slowly towards us. Oh god, if you walk directly back into my attack range, I'll be so happy. Do it. Do it, Maximilian. Do it. Do it. Is he gonna attack us? No? Good. Okay, now one of the questions is what's... Oh. Alright. I've got to take out all of those.
Entering combat.
Not ideal. First things first. Try to cover him up so he stops shooting everywhere. We don't want everyone to get killed while they're trying to deal with this problem. Let's see, the far back one is in the open again. The Edelweiss actually didn't take any damage. I'm gonna pop a new save. I feel like we're doing okay right now, and so I might want to go back to exactly where I am right now and give this another shot. I don't know. There's no reason for me to have all these saves. I just have all these rolling saves out of habit. All right. So I'm relatively happy with how turn 1 happened. Let's see if I can fix this. So you are an armored tower. Normal tower. Normal tower. Okay. So normal towers can be taken out by Marina or someone like that. Armored towers have to be taken out by a Lancer. So Largo, you're on the job. Don't miss, please. We paid a lot for your military training. Let's try to stay out of the attack range. Don't want to blow away the smoke. Two shots, really? Bummer. Well, at least I'm not missing, and at least I'm not blowing away the smoke. So we're gonna spend probably 4 CP shooting away these. I can probably manage with that. There we go. Haven't used the tab targeting type thing for so long because I've always benefited from trying to aim at the head. Let's try to hide behind this wall, I guess, just in case. If he gets another turn, maybe that'll protect us a little bit. Alright, first things first, Marina definitely has to go first to take out the far distant one. Can't see it from here, but I might be able to still hit it. Oopsie. Accidentally hit tab when I didn't mean to. Surely I can still hit it, right? Yep.
Sweet dreams.
Alright, so now I need to get in the range of the other one. It's like that one over there on the far left, except on the other side. So I'll just want to run straight across, I hope. Oh yeah, it's right over there. There we go. Just need to take a shot at it. She's probably strong enough to take it out. After this, though, she won't have any more ammo, so she'll get one shot per turn by default. But that needs to be used on the distant one, so any of the other ones I won't be able to go that way. Why is this one going to take more shots to kill? Why? Why? Why would you take more shots? Why? I don't understand. Oh, okay, well that works out. This one has less health, and it's not called an armored tower, but it costs more to shoot apparently. Alright, well, taking that anyway. Alright, well, hopefully Marina doesn't have to do that again because she's out of ammo. Gonna get her behind the wall. Alright, how much CP do we have left to kill him? It's pretty good. 8? We did a lot of damage last time when we got everyone in position. Let's give it a shot. I think we're too far away right now. Yeah. We're gonna want to get in there in the smoke, I think. I can't see shit from here. Come on, smoke. Fade away for a second. Come on. I saw you fade for a second. When I turn, I can see the perfect outline of him over there. When I turn the camera sideways, because the filter of the smoke doesn't cover that part. If I don't look directly at him, I can see him. I'll just try to aim under the reticle. There we go. Hopefully the counterattack isn't too severe. Nah, it's not too strong, honestly. Get Vice in there and they can fire together, hopefully. The power of friendship. Didn't actually have to use this ability ever. It's a feature in the game that was so prominent that I feel the need to list it on your character sheet. But I never had a use for it because everything in this game just gets killed by you shooting in the head real quick. So it's I've never needed severe firepower. But all the things that require a lot of firepower are giant tanks that these types of units are useless against anyway. So it's a weird thing that like it's listed almost like a prominent feature, and it's so not relevant half the time. There we go. Second guy definitely helped out. Ow, ow, stop it. I think we've got this. I think this is all I needed was this kind of trick. Alright. I'm beating the final boss by using a method I've literally never used in the entire playthrough. Woohoo! If I could aim at his head, that'd be swell, but I don't know if I can see anything in this. Oh wait, there it is. Right there. Oh yes, look at that health bar drain. I just hope he doesn't suddenly do, like, lethal damage to someone. I guess kind of at a risk. But yeah, these three have a little triangle of friendship going on. Healthiest person's Alex, I'll use him next. They love it. They can also all fire infinitely in this state. Take them down. There you go. Oh, that was so close. Nice. He ducked it. That's fantastic. I will say it's a little anticlimactic to beat the final boss using 3 characters that I've basically never... I used Vice like once, I think. I probably used Ica like once. Never even heard of Alex until I looked at the barracks to see who liked each other in the game. Weirdly, I would have loved to create a little triangle of characters involving Rosie or something, but it doesn't exist. Rosie likes Largo and Cherry. Cherry is a scout, I think, if I remember correctly, so not that useful in this situation, and Largo doesn't fire on people in this situation. But I would have loved to have a little Rosie friendship circle wipe this guy out. Alright, here we go.
Impossible. Ours is the power of the Valkyria. How are we beaten?
Maximilian, you lost the moment you began to rely on the Valkyrur's power.
But he didn't use the Valkyrur's power for like the vast majority of our battle. And also, why would using the Valkyrur's power make you lose? I thought he just had a giant super tank. I think it's mostly he just lost because he doesn't have infinite CP and and these crazy scouts that can sprint across the entire map and instantly win wars. Yeah, A rank. Do I have a use for all these credits though? It's a lot of experience, admittedly. Actually, I haven't checked to see if you could replay old missions or not. And the DLC might use other characters.
Damn you, dogs of Gallia!
It's time to surrender, Maximilian. Your war is over.
Surrender, you say? I think you forget. We Valkyria can give our lives to fuel a blazing hot inferno of destruction!
Don't do this! It doesn't have to end like this!
It seems our dreams are not to be. Well then, join us! Let Gallia fall to ash!
What? How? Why has it stopped?
My guess is it's because I killed the power supply. Faldio, you made it!
Where were you 10 minutes ago?
I snuck out in time to hitch a ride on this monster. I'm sorry it took me so long to stop the engine.
Unhand us! Ah! What are you doing? Let's go!
Sorry, buddy, but I can't do that.
Beat him with your giant gun arm.
What are you doing, Faldio? This is insane!
Faldio, stop!
Welkin, Alicia, no matter my reasons, I was wrong to have betrayed you. Now, it's time that I paid for what I have done.
Let go! Let us go now!
Look at the two of us, thinking power could save us. Now it's our cue to leave the stage. Farewell, Welkin, Alicia. Best of luck.
I know it's supposed to be a heroic sacrifice, but I'm just thinking, all he had to do was fall over on Faldio, and then he wouldn't be able to drag him anymore. There was such a long walk to the hole. If he just fell backwards on him, he couldn't go anywhere. It'd be great. You just topple on him. That arm's got to weigh more than Faldio does.
Damn it! The boss and the little misses are still in there!
Hey, boss! Alicia! You two okay?
Welkin, you're all right?
Yeah, except for that. Our way is blocked off.
The entire deck's gone up! We can't cross! All of you, go on and get out of here!
Not a chance, boss! You get over here! We're leaving together, not at all!
We're gonna look around and find a way to connect to your side!
There's no time for that! Stay here any longer, you put the whole squad at risk! Listen! I'm not saying this again! You're going to leave now! That's an order!
Damn it all! Sevens, we're leaving! Get off of the Barboda!
The deck's a lost cause. Alicia, let's find a way up.
Right. Lead on. I'm not afraid when I'm with you. Ever. Now let's go.
Thanks. Right. Let's move.
Seems like her fear would just, like the risk of death's just gonna trigger the Valkyrie power to save her life.
It's no use. There's no way we're getting out of this. Alicia.
Welkin, look!
Hang in there! I'm coming for you!
Leon!
Welkin, that's Isara's plane!
Yeah. We're not gonna have time. We've gotta jump.
No problem.
close one, bro! Leon, it must have taken forever to finish building this. Where did you find the time?
After we lost Isara, Casey and myself, well, everyone in the squad really came by to pitch in a hand. It was Isara's dream, you know? So, it wasn't hard finding help.
Open your eyes, you're flying a plane.
Isara, you'll always live inside us. The dreams you left that day, now they're all of ours.
Rest in peace.
How'd your arms not tear off?
So tell me, bro, how far are we going today? This baby could take us clear across the sea if we want.
Back home. Back to a free country. Our friends are waiting. Take us to Rangrease.
The 25th day of October, 1935. The death of Maximilian, commander of the Empire's invasion of Gallia, paved the way for truce between the two nations. After 7 tumultuous months at war, Gallians everywhere looked forward to a time of hard-won peace. Squad 7 of the Gallian Militia disbanded shortly after the conflict's conclusion. And its members began to move on, each following his or her own path. And here, at the end of their long struggle, I lay my pen to rest.
Well, we made it. That was Valkyria Chronicles' main campaign. And it's over, and I beat it, and it happened. And man, that was a very contrived ending. So, bad guy exploded. Because reasons. Because, guys, best way to handle it was a suicide. We chose to fight him on top of his ship for reasons. We already won the war, and his war machine was disabled, and he couldn't leave the war machine to do his crazy Valkyrie powers, because all of it's on top of the disabled war machine, which we'd already disabled, so he just had this one tiny area where he could use his powers, and we're like, well, let's go fight him, what could go wrong? Then we're all trapped in a horrible fireball land where we're all gonna die. And then, instead of the most obvious thing, which is that when a Valkyrur is about to die, or at risk of dying, their power triggers and saves them, they just throw that out the window and they're like, no, we're gonna magically jump on a plane! Because that's something that's something humans can do. Just jump on a biplane as it goes by, grab on it with bare hands, you'll be fine. They're not going to rip clean off or anything, and you're not going to fall to your doom or slip off the edge. No, both of them perfectly land the grab, but it's no big deal. And then the pilot's there flying with his eyes closed. I know it's the anime expression, but it's still, I'm sitting there like, your eyes are closed and you're flying, and like, you didn't know how to fly like yesterday as far as I can tell. This is so dangerous. Also, I gotta point out, the game's main campaign, if you took the suggestion of the game to consider certain cutscenes as being optional, you would miss out on the entire plot lines about Isara's plane existing at all, and them working on it. And you would also miss out on all the plot lines about Faldio being in prison, hearing about the weapon, escaping from prison, and going off to disable the weapon, and jumping on and stowing aboard the ship. Which means that the entire ending would make like 0 sense, because you're like, where the fuck did Faldio come from? Where the fuck did a plane come from? What is going on? I don't know what. I said it before, but that last scene really cemented the idea, which is that the entire concept of optional cutscenes in this game makes no sense and is just stupid, and there's no reason to make that happen, make that work that way. Just just have the cutscenes play. I've talked about the whole book structure being dumb too, but also just don't just weirdly suggest the player skip certain cutscenes that are the entire setup of the finale of your game. Why would you do that? Do you know how storytelling works? there's a setup and then a payoff. Because if it's just payoff with no setup, then it's really confusing and nonsensical, and everyone's like, what's happening in the story? I don't understand. But instead, well, we got a setup and payoff successfully, but it just doesn't make sense entirely. But sure, people will disagree with me because people have disagreed with every time I've said anything didn't make sense ever, but that's fine too. This has been Valkyria Chronicles. It's a strange experience. Strange experience. I had missions I enjoyed. Definitely not that final boss fight, to be honest. It wasn't very fun to, like, a challenge is alright, but it wasn't a very fun fight to experiment with, because if you messed up at all, you got to wait for his entire turn where he slowly zombie walks across the map, and then quite possibly one-shots one or several characters during his turn. I'm like, well, this is annoying. Alright, time to start over again. And that process of starting over was not... It wasn't a great cycle to go through. It wasn't as fun to experiment with solutions as it was during other missions in the game. The only other mission I remember really not liking... Let's see... I didn't like that open field optional mission, where it had like 20 units all charging at a base, and there was no cover and just grass, just because it's so many units that you're just kind of relying on the AI not being smart. And of course, that we've been over that one stealth mission that was basically not a mission. Oh, are we doing cutscenes again? Oh, right, the remastered edition, right? I think I just watched the remastered credits, and now I'm watching the original credits. Haha, more credits for the war. This game... It'd be interesting to see if it was tweaked. I know it has 2 sequels, but I don't know if those sequels made meaningful changes ultimately, or if they just made more content. It does. I looked at the How Long to Beat website to compare them, and it does look like every sequel's longer. It's probably cheaper to produce content when you're making a game exclusively for the Vita, so it's probably easier to make the game a bit longer. Also, they probably could use some chunks of the same assets, maybe scaled differently. Was anyone a little distracted by how the last cutscene was super pre-rendered, by the way? Like, all the cutscenes are probably pre-rendered, but the last cutscene was like... It was like super weirdly high detail 3D, but then with the same comic filter thrown over it. I was like, oh look, their hair is flowing. Oh, they got married. Or he handed her a flower and stuck it between her fingers, and she's just staring at him in confusion.
Mr. G! You gotta take us bug hunting again soon, okay?
You bet. You know, I think you're ready for my top secret hunting spot.
Yippee!
Thank you! We'll see you tomorrow!
Yep. Go right along home now.
Welkin Gunther. After the war, he returned to his studies. Many had thought the Gallian hero would rise to further fame, but Welkin had something else in mind. He returned to Brule, there to realize his long-held dream of becoming a teacher. On weekends, he's often seen taking his students out on nature hikes. His is a peaceful civilian life, and he would have it no other way.
Thank you for choosing Alicia's.
Hey, honey. How's business today?
Hey! Hey, you. What a surprise. Guess what? So I started selling the smoked cheese bread today, and everybody loves it.
Of course. Told you that bread was great. Guess everyone in town agrees with me.
Yeah.
Alicia Gunther. Trading in her rifle for a rolling pin, Alicia trained around the clock to pursue her dream. After many long months, she received her national certification as baker. On the same day, she married her sweetheart, Welkin Gunther. Together, the two opened Alicia's Bakery. It didn't take long for word to spread about her delicious creations. And now, even visitors from far away make a point of stopping to sample her fresh baked bread.
How about you? How are your classes today?
You know, those kids never seem to run out of questions. You know, they're amazing. Their curiosity's endless.
That's so. Then you're a kid too. You're as incurably curious as any one of them.
Speaking of kids, how's Isara been today?
Mike? Papa!
Hey there! Have you been a good girl?
Yep, I was real good. I was just helping Mama make some bread. I needed the dough all by myself.
Oh, I wish you could have tasted the bread that dough made. Our customer said it was the best ever.
Hey! Isara, that's really great! All right, you show me how and I'll help, okay?
Yay! Come on, Papa, I'll teach you.
Alright, well this has been Valkyria Chronicles. A flawed game, but an oddly fascinating flawed game. Like, it's not... I never got bored, except for maybe, you know, during certain enemy turns where I'm like, okay, come on, just go. Oh my god, their turn is so long, why do they have 12 units? But aside from that, I never got truly bored. It's got issues here and there, but it's interesting, and I would have loved to see them, like, perfect what they were going for. Did they? I have no idea. People don't talk about the sequels as much as the first game, and admittedly, it's much less widely available because they're on the Vita, and the third one's only in Japanese. So good luck. But it's a cool little game. It's weird. The story is very plain and has some weird plot holes and weird ways of telling it, and weird missteps here and there. And the combat, while interesting, has weird issues where, like, one of the things that I always found strange is that it has a weird lack of flanking, really. You have all these sandbags, but they're only, like, in one location or two locations of each map. Like, when I first got into this game, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, because the tutorial shows you a bunch of sandbags. And you're like, okay, so we're gonna have, like, sandbags, and we use them to, like, take cover, and then you move from cover to cover, and you flank your opponent, and, you know, like, try not to get shot. But the reality is more that sandbags are just used to defend the main locations, and you spend most of your time out in the open, which is kind of a bummer. And then, but the single most baffling thing to me about from the flanking perspective was that weird idea that, like, you could run up directly behind an opponent, and it's like you clearly have your ambush chance, but if you shoot them, then they still count as being undercover. So it's like, yo, yeah, you could kill him if you shot him 52 times. I'm like, what? But he's just sitting there, and I'm on his side of the cover. What's going on? I would love to see the flanking handled differently in future games, hopefully, if that was the case, because yeah, that always bugged me, and it just felt wrong, just because it is a tactical game. So troop movement and flanking should totally be a part of that, because that's just one of the most basic concepts of, you know, combat scenarios. It's possibly the single most replicated mechanic in this kind of game. But oh well, it's odd. I don't think I have any interest in trying to A rank every mission, because it's more fun for me to have like 2 fronts of enemies and try to take out their group of guys with my group of guys and stuff like that. But if you look up anybody that I have looked up, like in some cases, like after I finish a mission, I'll be like, let's look at the A rank version. I'm like, okay, this guy played the map for 3 minutes. Alicia ran to the enemy flag and grabbed it. Cool. It's really disappointing. It's like you look at the giant map with all these buildings and all these sandbags and like 7 tanks and all these different sniping positions and like mines, and they make this whole level. And when somebody wants to A rank a mission, they just run. They use a couple of orders on Alicia. They run at the enemy base. They maybe like throw a grenade to knock everyone out of the base, and then they just grab the flag and they win in 1 turn. And it's like, why? Why does the game work that way? Because, like, that's not entertaining, right? That's not the cool thing. I don't know. It reminds me of the feeling I got when I fell in love with RTSs as a child, and I loved just building up my army and going after the opponent and stuff like that, and then I started seeing what it's like to see online competitive matches, and the idea of seeing somebody win an online match in an RTS in like 5 minutes, and I'm like, and seeing the tactics they employ to do that kind of stuff, and I'm like, that's not the game I signed on for. Aww. But that's weirdly part of the core conceit of Valkyria, because the A ranks want you to go pretty fast, and the fact that stuff's allowed is surprising to me. But oh well. That's all my personal things. You can disagree with me and love the game. I don't care. It's fine. And that's not even I don't even mean that in a dismissive manner. Some people act like my personal stakes are somehow like me saying you're wrong about liking a game or something. I don't care. Enjoy things. I enjoy things. It's fine. I've had a long life of enjoying Dynasty Warriors games while being told by everyone that they're awful. It's fine. We're all arbitrary. We're all full of arbitrary bullshit, and we all contradict ourselves, and it's great because we're stupid humans. And I think Valkyria is oddly entertaining, but a mess. And that's more or less my final verdict. And I didn't really summarize every reason why just now, but that's what the last 20-something episodes are for. How many episodes are we in? This is probably like episode 30. Wow. Alright, well, thanks for watching like always, guys. I'll probably play the DLC, I think. Maybe not immediately, but probably. And, I'll see you next time.